Look at your goofy ass. Look at your goofy ass. I'm 35 and I want a partner for the first time in my life. Anyone else a dating late bloomer? How is it going? I spent my teens feeling very insecure about my body. I spent my 20s having fun and not really looking to settle down. My early 30s were focused on myself, fixing my relationship with my mental and physical health, and working on my career. Throughout all this, I dated, but pretty casually. That means I was fun fucking. Long-term relationships weren't really the goal. I repeat, long-term relationships weren't really the goal. And I wasn't even certain I wanted to get married. Now I feel stable in many other ways. And for the first time in my life, I started to want a partner, a real partner in life, someone to do fun and hard things with, i.e., help me pay these fucking bills. Someone to prioritize and rely on. In the last year, I've been in 3 relationships. I've learned from each one. It feels like a crash course in serious dating, as I've never really done that. They were all wonderful and they all hurt too. Things ended with my most recent guy, and I'm looking at getting back out there. But I feel I have no one to give me advice on all this. No one I know has approached dating like me. I was wondering if anyone on here has been a serious dating late bloomer like me. And could you please share your story? This is in the Reddit post for Ask Women Over 30. And I hear this, read this all the time. You see it on TikTok. Just because a woman is post-wall over 30 and she's desperate to get into a relationship, that doesn't mean that you have to settle and get with her ass. Continue to focus on you. Hold the line. If you work so hard, if you're financially stable right now for the first time in your life, you're over 30 years old, you're financially stable. You got savings, you got investments, you built yourself up. Ask yourself right now, is it worth it to risk it on a long-term relationship or marriage? I wasn't supposed to read this Reddit post today. It just happened to stumble upon it because I was supposed to read another Reddit post. It was in the marriage section of Reddit. This woman wrote, I feel like me and most of the married women I know, we are all in miserable marriages. Everyone I know is in a miserable marriage. I wish I can get out of I wish I can get out of my marriage, but I cannot afford to leave. I logged back on Reddit this morning because I was supposed to read it for this episode. She deleted it. I noticed that that's a pattern I see on the marriage Reddit. These people vent and they talk about their personal business, and the next day they delete it. You ain't missing shit. The majority of people today in marriages are miserable. You know why they're miserable? Because women never marry their first choice. And this is a prime example that she's 35 years old and now she's desperate to find love. Yeah, any guy who gets with her, he's not her first choice. She spent her entire 20s having fun. That means she was fun fucking, racking up her body count, having fun, sleeping with multiple men. I'm pretty sure she fell for one of those guys she was having sex with, and he wasn't feeling her. Throughout her entire 20s, she was having fun, gave her best years to guys who weren't nothing. Just because a woman is post-wall, that does not mean you have to settle for her and be desperate just like her. I came to the realization that I'm not really missing nothing. And most men feel this way too. We ain't really missing shit when it comes to a long-term relationship or marriage. Majority of marriages today, they're miserable. 2 people stuck together. Can you imagine that you're in a marriage, you can't stand this woman, you drive home every day depressed, angry that you have to go home to her? You have to sleep right next to her, or you even probably sleeping on the couch. Probably sleeping on the couch. And this is your life because you got to put up a brave face and be there for the kids for 18 years. You got to sleep on the couch for 18 years or even sleep in a guest room for 18 years because you can't stand your wife. And then you guys are in an open relationship probably too. That's most married couples today. They'll get into an open relationship because they fell out of love with each other. They can't afford to divorce. So it's kind of stupid because you guys are still paying the same bills. He still have to provide and protect her for her because she's the mother of his kids. But you're in an open relationship, allowing her to have sex with other people. You're sleeping around with other people. There's no point to get married. It's better to just hold the line, focus on you. If you know you don't want to be married, don't let these people pressure you. If you're out in the dating scene, I'm telling you, man, if you're out in the dating scene, bro, if you're trying to date, you're out there. You're on the dating apps, which I advise you, get off the dating apps, take a break from the dating apps. But if you're on the dating apps, change your age preference. Don't do anything over 30, man. The highest it should go is 28 years old. Not anything over 30, because all these women, her posts and like many other, all these women over 30, they want something serious. So they're not trying to have fun. They want to have kids. They're on a time clock. You got women who are 40 years old, 40, who still want to have a kid the natural way, not knowing that you have a high chance of having an autistic child with some learning disabilities and problems. And you have to deal with that. You have to take care of that kid forever. The kid who's autistic, they can't live on their own. And you have to do you want to sign up for that? If you get with an old post-wall woman, there's guys who get with these post-wall women too, and they're spending all their money for IVF treatments. And you paying for IVF, that's not a 100% guarantee that it's going to work. That IVF business, they make bank because it's not a guarantee that it's going to work. And they let you know that before you spend all this money. There's guys out there who have no confidence. They have low self-esteem. They'll get with a post-wall woman because they have low self-esteem. They never been that guy. They never been a guy to attract any attractive women ever. So they'll get with her because he knows he has no options and she doesn't even respect him. Majority of women today, they marry dudes they're not into because they're on a time clock to have kids. Women do this all the time. When they see their girlfriends getting married and that friendship, they start to grow apart. They're not the same like they used to. Because married people, they don't like to hang around with single people. So a woman's girlfriend who just got married, she wants to hang around with other married couples. She doesn't want to hang out with her single goofy ass. So she's going to try to rush and get married. You have women do this all the time. Y'all even know what I'm talking about. If you are on the dating scene, if you've been dating these women post-wall over 30, they're probably rushing you. Listen, they'll tell you straight up on the first date, I'm looking for something serious. I want to have a kid and family by next year. I spent my entire 20s having fun. I'm not trying to do that no more. You are going to marry into a miserable marriage. You're going to have a dead bedroom. This happens all the time. She's going to do the bait and switch on you, use you for your seed, get a kid and change on you. After the kid's born, she's going to be on mommy duty 24/7, bugging you about you need to make more money. Why haven't they promoted you yet? You need to do more. We have a kid and then boom, we're about to have another kid. She only wants to have sex with you when she's trying to have a baby. You're going to have a dead bedroom. That's going to be a miserable way to live. But a lot of guys sign up for that. And you can't feel sorry for them because they know the consequences of getting married. They think red pill is toxic, but they signed up for a bad deal, paying full price for a used car. Just because a woman is over 30, that does not mean you have to settle with her. Just because these people are pressuring you to settle down, don't do it. A lot of people are in this situation right now. All these women who got laid off too, now they're trying to look for somebody now. Because it was tough going through a layoff all by themselves. They had nobody to talk to, no one to be there for them because they were single, they were a boss chick, they were by themselves. But now they wish they had somebody. Do not settle for these women. Continue to hold the line, focus on you, embrace being alone. You do not have to settle for a woman over 30. I get it. Y'all keep on saying in the comments, man, sometimes I feel like you're harsh with women over 30. Who deal with them then? The only way you should be dealing with a woman over 30 is if you're in your 50s, bro. But if you're 33 like me, if you're in your early 30s, you're 30, 31, 32, you can still date women in their 20s. You don't have to settle with post-wall women who are on their decline and you're going to be in a boring relationship. She's going to be stressed about her job she hates. Bills are going to be piling up. She's going to need you. She's racked up all this student loan debt. She's going to need your help to pay it off. I'm telling you, I feel like if you get with a woman to early 20s, that financial responsibility, if you were to go that route, is not going to be as much as a woman who's in her 30s. It's not. A woman in her 30s, she has a 10-year head start over these young girls. And she's racked up a lot of debt. Do not save these women, man. Continue to focus on you and don't settle. Women complain all the time on these marriage Reddits. I'm in a miserable marriage. I hate my husband. Women never marry they never marry the first choice. Do not be that statistic, man. Don't be put in that situation. Can you imagine you marry a woman, she doesn't even really like you like that? She knows she's settled with you. You worked so hard. Why would you risk it on a relationship or marriage? Shout out to my supporters in the comments, man. You guys said in my last video, I did a video on LeVar Ball, and you guys were in the comments, man. You were talking about how you were homeless, had to move back in with your parents after a divorce. You guys said you would never do that again, and you advised us, man, not to get married. And I take your advice to heart. Marriage, all relationships end, all marriages end. You know what marriage is? It's time wasted you can't get back. All marriages and relationships are today are time wasted you cannot get back. Nothing good's going to come out of that. Hold the line. Get your goofy ass off of the dating apps knowing you need to. You need to take a break. Join some hobbies. Get active. Get fit. Hit the gym, man. As you get older, you need to work out. You're going to have you're going to be in a better position than most men. If you work out, you stop watching corn. You stop watching corn. You work out, you have a healthy diet, you should not have no ED problems. That's a big thing right now. A lot of women are complaining about guys who have ED. Cut out corn, eat healthy, work out, make sure you do cardio. You should not have that. And try and challenge yourself. I haven't had sex this whole year. I haven't been on the dating apps. I've really been practicing what I preach. I've been holding the line. I do not have a desire to date. I'm still healing from my breakup. I'm getting there, but I'm not ready to jump back in. I was in a relationship for 6 years. I think I'm good. I seen what being in a long-term relationship is about. I think I'm good. I don't want to do that again. I'm happy alone. I just love having my own space. And I don't know, man. After that breakup, man, these women keep on saying, who hurt you? But yeah, we all been hurt when we went through a breakup. So if you went through a bad breakup, you were with someone for a long time, you know what it's like having to start your life all over again. You know what it's like to really go through the shit of a relationship. You're not going to want to repeat that again. All relationships end. All marriages end. You really want to repeat that again when you just built yourself? No, not. Women want men to accept a bad deal and we refuse to. Women keep on complaining about guys not pursuing, courting. They don't go to the singles events because singles events no one's going to these things. Guys aren't on dating. Some guys are just not on dating apps anymore. They're focused on themselves. This GTA game's about to come out. A lot of guys, I've been seeing that in my comments section. Bro, I just pre-ordered GTA. I don't need these women. When a man has spent his time, he's wasted his time, money, and energy on women who are very ungrateful, who didn't deserve his time. They're not going to make that mistake again. I did a video on this woman. This one was 40 years old. It's on my Patreon. I may release it on the main channel on my YouTube. But this one was 40 years old. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you guys are on Patreon. The Asian chick, 40 years old. Beautiful. She got out of a marriage 10 years. She was married to her husband for 10 years, knew him for 17 years. She divorced him. Now she's back in the dating scene. And she keeps on running into this problem. Men who are in their 40s and 50s, they're not trying to settle down. They just want to have fun. And she keeps on putting herself in situationships because guys her age who are 40 and 50, through the 40s, 50s, they don't want to settle down. And can you blame them? These dudes are older than me. They've been through some shit. Why would a guy who's been through a divorce want to go through that again? That's insane. Why would, especially a guy who, if these are 40 guys in their 40s and 50s, they've been through the child support system, they've been through divorce court, they dished out all this money. Why would they want to settle down? That's fucking insane. They already made that first mistake. They're not going to repeat that same mistake again. And that's a tough pill to swallow. Women are upset that guys are checking out. You can blame the red pill all you want. It's going to continue to get bigger without me. The information is already out there. It's out there. Men are waking up all this knowledge and information out. Men are not going to get married like that no more. There's no point to. What's the point to get married right now? What is the point? None. For a man to get married to a woman, settle down. She wakes up one day, I'm not happy. They have a dead bedroom. She divorces him. He has to dish out all this money that he worked hard for. It's not worth it. Women don't deserve alimony. Women don't deserve spousal support. Child support, I understand. Yeah, you got to take care of your child. But we all know that these women are not using child support money to take care of the kid. And women are so goofy. It's like you're putting this man on child support, right? Not knowing the government gets half of that check. That's what the guys were saying in their videos on what they go through with child support. They say the government gets half of that and she only gets like a small percentage of that. So it's like, what the hell? What's the point of putting this dude on child support when you're not even getting the full amount? What is the point to get married today? There's no point. If you're happy single man, you're not in a long-term relationship, there's nothing wrong with you. Don't let these people shame you. Don't let these people shame you. Majority of people today are not in happy marriages. Majority of these women complain all the time. They're not even sexually satisfied by their husband. The husband can't put it down right. They're both living. That's what a life. You got women complaining in the Reddit section on marriage. The marriage Reddit is just, if you want to get married, just look through that. All these women complaining about their miserable marriages. That must suck for a woman to be in a marriage, right? With a man who ain't putting it down right. He got ED and they both living paycheck to paycheck. Both working jobs they hate. She ain't never had an orgasm with her dude. And she's burnt out with working. Both living paycheck to paycheck. But that's marriage for you. And have you noticed, guys, if you guys been out of a long-term relationship or if you went through a divorce and you're single, have you noticed that the best, most freakiest sex you get is when you're single? I noticed that. When I got out of my 6-year relationship, I ignored the signs. Our last year together, we weren't even having sex, but I ignored the signs. But when I got out of that, when I got out of the relationship and I went back on the dating apps and I was having a lot of hookups, most freaky is, I was getting it in. I think when you get into a relationship, you get into this routine, you act like, because at that time, and I'm honest and direct, bro, with me, maybe because my ex fell out of love with me. Our last year, we weren't even intimate. And that's the first sign a relationship's about to end. Last year, we weren't even that intimate. She started hanging around new friends. That's a big thing. You guys pay attention to that. If you're in a long-term relationship and your girl starts hanging around a new group of friends, that is a bad sign. And it's funny because it was, God, I don't remember who said this. It was either Coach Greg Adams or Rich Cooper or Alpha Male Straight. It was one of those dudes, and they said that. And I remember I watched that clip when I was in a relationship, and I completely ignored that. But it's true. Once the sex is gone, and then if your girl starts hanging around a new group of friends, man, she starts getting influenced, and I'm telling you, bad sign. Bad sign. But I ignored it. When you get into a relationship, I felt like you get too comfortable. You get into a relationship, you're in your 20s, 30s, but you guys are moving like you're an old couple. You're not having sex, you're not intimate, arguing over dumb shit. Relationships are not what it's cracked up to be anymore. You can't blame men. You can't blame red pill. Maybe dating apps, social media, but social media's got these women's minds effed up thinking that they have all these options when they're all not good options. Just because a man wants to sleep with you, that doesn't mean he wants to wife you up. Men did not ruin dating. These women are on TikTok talking about men ruin dating. How did a man ruin dating when you guys get on a dating app and you have more messages and likes than the average guy who has his shit together? No, it's a lot of below average women who did not get wifed up mad that they can't get a guy that they really want. You got a lot of below average women who refuse to date on their level and they're upset about that. Why should a man settle for you? You're not that bitch. You never been pretty. You never been pretty, especially without makeup. You've gained weight. Why? That's not fair to this man who has his shit together. To get married to a woman who's not that attractive, who has baggage, high body, that's not fair to him. He's got his shit together. He deserves better than you. And that's a tough pill to swallow. These women don't realize that. These women don't realize that they are not that bitch. These women don't realize that they don't bring no value to a man's life. They're just an added bill. A man rather be at home chilling after a long day at work. He'd rather be at home chilling, playing GTA. Because if you take sex off the table, we probably don't want to deal with you long term. You take sex off the table. I don't want to hear about what you went through at work. I don't care about what you're going through. I got my own shit to deal with. You think I have time to be your fucking therapist? No, most men do not want to be your therapist. If you take sex off that's why post-nut clarity is a thing. And this is why I want to talk. This woman did a video. She's like 30 something years old, 30-year-old Asian chick talking about men have the nerve to ghost. And that's very disrespectful. Women ghost all the time. I love ghosting. I owe you no explanation. I owe you no explanation. I owe you nothing. I ghosted all the time last year. Once I hit it, I came to a point where I was getting it so much, I can just hit it one time. I don't need to see you ever again. I don't think there's nothing wrong with ghosting. You don't owe any of these women anything. Fuck a dating etiquette. Who cares? This is the dating market we're in. We're in hookup culture. If you cool with ghosting, ghost. Women talk about, why do these men ghost? If he ghosted you, that means the pussy was trash. You're not good in bed. Majority of women today are mediocre in bed, especially these pretty bad chicks. They feel like they don't got to do nothing. If you got ghosted, if you're a woman, you got ghosted, that means your pussy is trash. You don't got no good. You can't take D good. You can't ride good. You're just not good in bed. And also, it may not be it. When you see a woman butt naked, have y'all got fooled when you see a woman butt naked and she has like all these marks on her body, all this flabby skin? Because a lot of women are taking Ozempic. Has that been you? You got a woman butt naked and you see her body, like, because you were about to say, arch that back. But you were like, I take it back. No, just put your clothes back on. You're about to have her ATB. Arch that back, but her body is body trash. She got a bush down there. When a woman has a bush, she don't really take care of herself down there. Don't get waxed all the time. She don't really like you. Yeah, just if she got a bush, she don't never shave. You making her arch that back, bend over. She got got a damn afro down the crack of her ass. She don't like you. You probably don't want to arch that back. You probably want to get your clippers and just clip it off her because got hair on the back of her ass crack because she don't shave. She can't afford to get a wax. These women have the nerve to complain about ghosting when you've been ghosting forever, since the beginning of dating apps. And stop feeling y'all. Get out of this. Stop trying to be the fucking gentleman and nice guy. Why are you trying to be a gentleman and nice guy? That shit is played out. Stop. You over here, ghost her. It's okay. You don't need to be sending no long ass paragraph explaining why you don't want to see this woman. Just know. It fizzles out. You don't gotta be explaining yourself to her. But do not settle because these women are post-wall and they are desperate now because all their options have dried up. All the girlfriends have got married. They feel left out. Now they want to get married. Do not settle with these post-wall women if you know dang well you don't want to. Like that woman said in this Reddit post, she had her fun in her 20s. She wasn't looking for a serious relationship, but you're looking for one now at 35. And now you want a husband and kids. Any dude who ends up with her, he's gonna get a bad deal. Literally getting her on her decline. But you can't save these dudes. They'll deal with it thinking they got a prize. Hold the line, focus on you. Have some standards, bro. Stop dealing with these below average women. Stop dealing with women who are beneath you. You know what happens when you always drop your guard down? You get these below average women pregnant, dude. But now your life's really going to be freaking miserable. Getting an ugly woman pregnant, now you stuck with her goofy ass. Stop doing this. Have some standards. A lot of you guys don't have no standards. You guys, how you go to the gym, but you like fat women, dude? How are you physically fit? How are you financially stable, but you're dealing with a woman who owes over $200,000 in student loans and she owes over $50,000 in credit card debt? But you're financially stable. You got no debt. Have some standards. Have some standards. Have some standards. Stop dealing with women who have debt, baggage, overweight, unattractive. Get out of this mindset because we've all made this mistake. We probably got with a woman who was a 5, 4 out of 10, but we thought, if I get with a chick who's not that attractive, maybe she'll appreciate me more and we'll make it work. No, a woman who's a 4 or 5 out of 10, she has the mindset and the ego that she's a 10 out of 10. Don't put yourself in that position. Hold the line. Do not settle. Got your whole life ahead of you. These women are desperate. You're going to meet a lot of women right now who are post-wall, over 30 years old, trying to tie you down, wife you up. Let me know in the comment section right now. What do you gain? What is the benefit of getting with a woman over 30? If you are 30 right now, knowing damn well you can still get women in their 20s. If there's dudes in their 40s who can get women in their 20s, you can too. Stop being scared, nigga. Let me know in the comments right now. If you are in your early 30s right now, you got your shit together. What is the benefit of getting with a woman over 30? Please let me know right now. In the comments right now. What is the benefit? What are the pros and cons of getting with a woman over 30? Because all you're going to be doing is paying full price for a used car. And as you know, we hold the line and we don't pay full price for used cars. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll holler at you. Peace.